There is likely a berserk wing of the artificial intelligence community that intentionally or unintentionally could use artificial intelligence to kill all of us and hurt us the entire time that we are dying.
Guys, if your assessments here are correct, these are very covert weapons, aren't they?
That's correct. There's no entry or exit wound. How they're designed is to make the target feel like they're crazy, like they're imagining things.
There have been experiments that prove that both acoustic and waves, directed waves in the ultrasound, primarily the ultrasound band, but also electromagnetic directed energy, especially pulsed nanosecond energy beams in the millimeter band, through something called the Frey effect, which converts electromagnetic energy into an acoustic band wave that can be within or without or outside of the audible band.
In ordinary sound perception, sound that goes into the ear canal gets amplified by the small bones in the middle ear and then gets to the inner ear where the cochlea resides, and in the cochlea is converted to electrical impulse. But in the case of a microwave auditory effect, the source is electromagnetic. So if you expose the biological tissue to a pulse of microwave energy, the tissue expands and induces a vibration. This is being used for mind control.
They figured out how to biocode these microwaves so that it can attack specific individuals.
They basically analyze your DNA and they then use supercomputers to encode the signals.
It's not just a very disturbing high-pitched noise, but there might even be voices or a message, a continual message that people have been victimized by.
The use of gene editing techniques, probably most notable today, the use of CRISPR, Cas9, gene editing and gene scissoring techniques to be able to modify the genetics and genomics that contribute to the way our brain is structured to allow real-time access to read from the living brain and write into the living brain remotely, through the cloud, through the web.
The nuclear bomb totally transformed warfare. There are those that now say that we're on the cusp of something similar.
Weapons guided and driven by artificial intelligence are no longer science fiction.
We've already entered into a neuroscientific and neurotechnological speedway. It's an international speedway. Multiple lanes, many countries, multiple vehicles, multiple techniques and technologies that are being used within military intelligence operations.
Using technologies like gene editing and brain-machine interfaces to enhance military capabilities and control its own people.
It says that China's People's Liberation Army is developing high-technology weapons designed to disrupt brain functions and influence government leaders or entire populations, firing electromagnetic beams.
Mind reading, with all its unthinkable promise and peril, made real.
The really big thing is hacking human beings. To hack human beings, you need a lot of biological knowledge, a lot of computing power, and especially a lot of data.
That's been from the beginning of DARPA's information technology mission, and it continues to this day.
The future of mind control, and the future being right now, because these experiments are being done, is using gene editing tools.
The use of gene editing techniques, gene editing and gene scissoring techniques to be able to modify the genetics and genomics that contribute to the way our brain is structured to allow real-time access to read from the living brain and write into the living brain remotely, through the cloud, through the web.
Quantum computers harness the peculiarities of quantum physics to process information in ways far beyond the reach of even the most advanced classical computers.
This power-hungry cabal of billionaires and politicians has long plotted to enslave the masses, and now they're making their move.
To impose new forms of torment or torture, it will make you a slave. And what do we do about this? What do we do?
We resist.